In this video, we're going to increase the number on a piece of paper until our imaginary character can break his imaginary sound barrier. That's right, today I'm going over the fastest a player character can go in D&D. This is XP Goblin. So in terms of race, we'll be taking Tabaxi. Because we're making the fastest character, we kind of have to. However, I'm pretty sure that even if we didn't take Tabaxi, this would still be the fastest character you've seen. For our starting class, it doesn't really matter which one we take first, as there'll be a fair amount of multi-classing in this build, because, duh. So, might as well start out with our fastest boy, the fighter. Now, the fighter might not seem that fast, as they usually wear heavy armor and lug around big weapons. Except I guess they're quite nimble and fast, because they're the only class in the game that gets Action Surge, which was obviously why we're taking 2 levels into fighter. Our next class will be the Barbarian. I know it seems like we're making a martial character, but I promise we're well on our way to make a character that could run around the earth faster than it would take you to watch all of my videos twice. I haven't uploaded that many videos. I wanted to say once, but I haven't uploaded that many, okay. At level 5, Barbarians get extra movement, increasing your speed by a +10. As one of our ASIs, we'll need to take the mobile feat for another +10 to our movement. So right now we're looking at a base speed of 50, then applying feline agility for 100 feet, and if we action dash, action surge, dash, that's 300 feet. That's pitiful. So next we'll be multi-classing into the class that's known for all the speed, Druid. We'll take 2 levels of Druid for wild shapes. Okay, now we're finally going to take our remaining 10 levels into Monk. I know you've been waiting for that, which gives us Step of the Wind, allowing us to dash as a bonus action, and also another +20 to our movement thanks to unarmored movement. So now we're looking at a base speed of 80, 160 with feline agility, and if we action dash, bonus action dash, and action surge dash, that's 640 feet. Still absolutely pitiful. I know we're only level 19, but I can't think of a 1 level dip that would help us here. We have basically maxed out our class levels, so it's time for a few magic items. We are of course going to take Boots of Speed, doubling all of our movement we've done so far. Next, we'll cast Long Strider on ourselves for another +10 for movement. We also need to drink a potion of speed for the haste spell that will be applied on us with no concentration. We'll take a Transmutation Wizard's Transmuter Stone, getting another +10 to movement. So with haste, Transmuter Stone, Long Strider, Boots of Speed, the mobile feat, Barbarian's extra movement, and Monk's unarmored movement, our base speed is 360. But if we wild shape into a panther whose base speed is 50, and all class and racial features work in wild shape, that's a base of 440 feet, where we can then use feline agility to make that 880 feet, action dash, bonus action dash, hasted action dash, and action surge dash for 2,200 feet in a single round. And if we have a College of Glamour Bard use Mantle of Inspiration on us as well, we can also use our reaction to dash for another 440 feet, making it 2,640 feet in 6 seconds, or 300 miles per hour. This does require your DM to determine that the Boots of Speed can fit on your cat paws, but if they say no, I have something even better up my sleeve in a bit. I'm not close to done, nah. Also, if you've made it this far, consider subscribing as I'm a new channel and I have a bunch more plans for videos coming soon. However, before you wild shape, I save concentration for a special thing. So we're going to need a scroll of Tree Stride. We can cast scrolls that are higher than our ability as long as we make a DC check, so I'm going to assume that we make that check from here forward. Tree Stride basically says they can use 5 feet to enter a tree, teleport to a tree 500 feet away, using 5 more feet, and rinse and repeat until you have no more movement. And Wild Shape says that although we cannot cast spells in Wild Shape, we can hold concentration, meaning we cast Tree Stride, then Wild Shape. Then on our next turn, we book it through all the trees. Assuming max tree distance of 500 feet, we can travel through 220 trees with our movement, which is a total of 110,000 feet. And if we add our reaction from our Bard friend, that's 110,440 feet in 6 seconds, or 12,550 miles per hour, Mach 16, which is crazy. However, if you do not want to use Tree Stride and instead just run across the entire ocean, you can. Instead of 2 levels of Druid, take only 1 level instead, and take 2 levels into Wizard for Blade Singing, as your Blade Song gives you an extra 10 feet of movement. Now, for your concentration, you're going to use a Scroll of Shape Change, and choose a Quickling. They have quick in the name, so they gotta be faster than anything, right? Well, kinda, yeah. Their base movement speed is 120 feet, and Shape Change allows you to use your class features and racial traits just like Wild Shape. Alright, so what does that mean for our speed? Well, our base speed is now 760 feet, with feline agility that's 1520 feet, and with action dash, bonus action dash, hasted action dash, and action surge dash, that's 7,600 feet. And plus our Bard's reaction dash, adding another 760 for a total of 8,360 feet in one round, or 949 miles per hour. Which is insane, but it would be even crazier if we could combine Tree Stride and Shape Change. They are both concentration. Oh, so you just have a friend upcast it? Well, they both are also a range of self. I tried to find a way to do this. Ring of Spell Storing would still require concentration, as would a Spell Rot Tattoo, the Cartomancer feat, and the Chronogy Wizard's Bead. Glyph of Warding holds its own concentration, but it's limited to 3rd level spells. I think I found a way, rules as written, that this could work. Obviously discuss this with your DM if for some reason you want to try this. So we're going to need the spell, or rather a scroll for the spell, Magic Jar. Magic Jar states that we can possess any humanoid creature within 100 feet. If your DM defines the Quickling as a humanoid, great, perfect, done. Just cast Tree Stride and go zooming. However, that's a stretch and probably not accurate. So we are going to possess a druid who has already cast Tree Stride. The spell states that the creature's soul is fully aware and the soul cannot move or take actions. So if it's your druid buddy, he probably wouldn't drop concentration on his Tree Stride. The spell only states you can't use his class features. The spell also doesn't say anything about you being able to use your racial features, so your druid buddy is probably going to need to be a tabaxi as well, so you can use their double speed feature as you have full control over his body. You could even have your druid buddy cast via a Ring of Spell Storing, in order to definitely separate yourself from using his class features, as his soul would only be focusing on concentration. The spell would not have been cast from him. Now, you are going to use your Scroll of Shape Change to change into a Quickling after you have possessed your druid. Magic Jar states that you can use your class features, and casting the spell is a feature. It doesn't even use a spell slot. So there we go. You now have Tree Stride and are a Quickling. This was a super weird way to do it, but I do believe that rules as written, it would work. It does work for our purposes of this video though, as this is just a theoretical fastest you can go. Alright, here we go. You are a Quickling with a base speed of 120 feet. You have the mobile feat for plus 10 feet. You have a Transmuter Stone for plus 10 feet. You have Long Strider on you for plus 10 feet. You have 2 levels into Blade Singing Wizard for 10 feet. You have 5 levels into Barbarian for plus 10 feet. You have 10 levels into Monk for plus 20 feet. You have Boots of Speed for times 2 speed. You drank a Potion of Haste for times 2 speed. You have Feline Agility for times 2 speed. And you can dash as your action, bonus action, hasted action, and action surge action. This gives you a base movement speed of 1,520 for 7,600 feet in your turn. But now you have Tree Stride, allowing you to use 10 feet of your movement to travel 500 feet through trees, for a total of 380,000 feet in your turn, plus the Bard's reaction dash for another 760 feet, or another 38,000 feet if you can use Tree Stride on your reaction, which I'm not sure about, for a total speed of 380,760 feet, or 43,268 miles per hour, or Mach 56. It would take you 33 minutes to travel the whole way around the globe at that speed. And if you can Tree Stride on your reaction dash, that's 418,000 feet, or 47.5 thousand miles per hour, Mach 62, or traveling around the whole world in 30 minutes. I'm pretty dang sure this is the fastest a player can travel in D&D, with all the help magic items or spells can give them. If I missed something, let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Later.